So examining life and the idea of biology and the origin of life, we think about one of the scientific laws that the scientific community has established that I believe we would all agree with is a law of biogenesis, and that life arises from pre-existing life and from a non-living material, as evolution would require for that to be so. No evidence would suggest that a living thing ever arose from a non-living thing. And dogs only come from dogs. We understand that fact. Cows only come from cows. And we see that people come from people. God designed life in that manner. You go back to Genesis 1, we've been talking about in verse 24. God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind." The creeping thing, the beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and God saw that it was very good. And guess what science confirms to us today? Confirms the very thing that God said back in Genesis chapter 1, once again confirming the biblical record and account of creation and life and all the things that God has told us. The theory of evolution makes unproven claims that even their own laws of science seem to violate, and one of the reasons that it's still considered a theory, as we've talked about earlier, but we take that word theory off of it and just accept it as law when it's not ever been confirmed as providing an answer for life and the living that we observe and see here on this earth. So that scientific fact of biogenesis is true in all circumstances, without exception, without question. And science confirms that, and the Bible spoke to that in the very beginning.